Duels. We have 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank.
Call it, Jeff. Off at 2, getting into 3.
I thought it might happen going into 1, but now it's going to happen down the back straightaway. Let's see if they back it up. Look at Logano backing it up.
But Joey kind of backed up to them.
Oh, here comes Denny. Oh, he's getting squeezed by his teammate. Boy, this has been
really jumbled up that line. These 2 Fords are in a good spot right here.
And Ty Dillon picks up a couple of spots.
That just took all the momentum away, but I think Joey's still working it.
One more chance right here.
Joey Logano's won his last 2 duels. Here he goes. Bell goes with him on the bottom.
Side draft coming from Eric Almirola, trying to stall him. There it goes.
Here comes his help with the 20 car. What's
20's going to go in
try to put him?
And it's Almirola coming to the line. They are 3 abreast. It's Almirola over Christopher Bell and Ryan Newman.
Sure enough.
Nice job.
Great job.
Use the side draft or something off him to your advantage.
White flag waves. 1 lap to go, sponsored by Credit One Bank. Does Chris Buescher have a move? He's now backed up to McDowell. Half a car length to the leader, Logano. He's got to go to the bottom. And he can't get there, and he wrecks Logano.
Logano blocked. Logano moved down, blocked. I hate to say it. He was under him and got a pretty big block right there. You knew it was going to be aggressive, and unfortunately, cost him. I want to watch a replay, but that's how I feel like I saw that.
The white flag had waved, so the next flag ends the race. And Joey Logano, who was in a position to win his duel, is all crumpled up on the apron.
And it will be where those cars were at the moment of caution. It has nothing to do with scoring loops.
Guys are running hard, trying to get a run.
Kevin Harvick pushing.
Austin Dillon's there to second, but I think that's going to stall things out. Give this to Mark Truex Jr. Those guys behind him are going to need a lot of help.
Here
comes some help from the 12.
It's coming, but is it going to be enough and soon enough?
Oh, watch Austin Dillon right here.
Launch in.
Oh, there he is.
Truex trying to block Dillon, and he got 3-wided.
How about the run by Bubba?
How about this push, Kevin Harvick?
Another one. Yep, another one.
Dillon are going to have to get up and block him. Going to have to get up. Here
the
it comes.
inside, yep.
There's the block. Dillon to the bottom. Here they come, racing to the line. It is Dillon.
Power move right there.
Nice job, man.
Huge push Kevin Harvick gave to Austin
That's how you
Dillon.
do it. That's how we do it.
That was a move. You knew Bubba had to get up there and make the block.
Guys, we're going to be seeing a white flag this time. 1 to go.
Uh-oh, Mark Martin just...
Mark's in trouble. Mark's got problems. White flag.
That's all he needed to see, Larry. He's on the pole for the 500. Get out of town.
I think you're right. I think he felt like it might get a little crazy here on this last lap, and Mark's usually pretty right.
This is going to be a crowded house. Here comes Harvick. Right up the back bumper of Jimmy Johnson.
And there goes Kyle Busch in the 18 car. Jump to the high side. He gets blocked. He goes back to the bottom.
Jimmy Johnson doing what a whale of a job he's doing on those tires. Stayed out.
I think Boyer pushed Harvick right by him on the outside through 3 and 4.
Teammates. 2 Chevys helping each other.
Hey, have you ever seen this movie before?
Here comes Harvick.
Don't count Jimmy Johnson
Jimmy
out.
Johnson's fighting back.
Here they
It's
come.
not over yet.
Check
Who
Greg
is it?
in the air.
Jimmy Johnson. Johnson got it.
I mean,
by inch.
6/1000ths of a second.
That's what I said, an inch.
With no fresh tires on that race car.
Good call, Chad Canals. That happened because the 98 car got sideways down here in 1 and 2, and they all had to back up a little bit.
So now it's Bliss and Speed in the transfer spots. Can Casey Kane hold them off for 1 more lap?
I think, like you said, that 14 and that 2, if they could possibly get hooked up here. And here comes Matt Kence's. Help is on the way, Smoke, if you just hang on to her.
And all Casey Kane in that 9 can do is just try to working back and forth between him. I think the low place is where he needs to be, as long as they don't get the run on the high side.
Looking back from the leader, Casey Kane.
Here comes 14 on the outside.
And he's going to get a shot from Montoya. Watch him through 3 and 4 on the high side here.
That's all it took right there, just that extra little boost.
That 2 Chevys hooked up.
Here we come.
Slingshotted Tony Stewart right alongside Casey Kane.
Looks like the first race. The man on the inside won the first one. Let's see what happens here.
All right, who's going to make the Daytona 500?
I believe Stewart. Now Kane's fighting back. It's Kane, I believe.
Got it. Casey Kane. By about another inch.
Flag, 1 lap to go. 14 transfer spots available, 18 cars in the draft.
Right now, Mike Skinner's using the throttle pedal, the steering wheel, but most importantly, the rear view mirror.
I can't even talk about it.
4 wide, 5 wide.
And they made it.
Dave Blaney almost took out half the field coming from the apron up onto the racetrack there.
If they told me they could have made that turn, I'd have said there ain't no way.
They were 5 wide.
And 2 of them were on the apron.
Skinner blocking, Junior.
Oh, gee. Uh-oh, boys.
He's going to run out of racetrack.
Got to give him some room, Mike.
Earnhart Jr. muscled his way to the front. They're lining up for a run behind him. Here comes Jeff Burton. This is it.
They all make it back without wrecking him. Surprise me, boys.
2 by 2. Earnhardt on the bottom. Skinner up top to squeeze him down. Photo finish.
I will not try to call that. We was looking right down on him.
Here comes Kerry Earnhardt around the outside of Casey Mears, racing his way into the Daytona 500. Side by side for the lead. It'll be 1 to go.
For Mike Skinner in the 23, there's not a whole lot he could do right there. White flag this time.
They were 4 wide, and Dale Jarrett got squeezed out of that sandwich.
Yeah, Dale said, you know, I'm on the pole, and guess what?
Right.
You boys just go right on up there. Ooh, somebody's getting forced high, but they held on to it.
Last lap.
Kerry Earnhardt in the 33, Greg Biffle in 16. They've been working right against the wall through the corners, getting 3 or 4 cars a lap. Half a lap to go.
Biffle's been good all weekend. Comes Ryan Newman. Got the push.
Now, who's back there against Kerry? Kenny Wallace in the 00. Battling Kerry Earnhardt, 33 and 00 for the final transfer spot.
See Jamie McMurray in the 42 car. Remember, it wasn't that long ago. He was down a lap.
Down to the line in the first of the Gatorade Duel. Junior below the line. He got it. Michael Waltrip wins it in the final 500 feet.
I think what people are learning right here, right now, is that Regan Smith is a good guy to get hooked up with.
And Darrell, I don't think they have a choice but to stay like that till we get well off turn 4. I don't think they can start mixing it up too early.
Dinger through the middle. Allmendinger coming with Menard. Threads the needle, looking for 3rd place.
And look at Ryan Newman and Tony Stewart, but they have nowhere to go. They had a head of steam, had to back off.
Transfer spot, Elliott and Yaley ahead of Nemechek and Conway now.
What will Regan Smith do in that 78 car coming to the tri-oval?
I tell you what he's going to do. He's going to push.
Well, he's got enough room to look out and try to win it, but he's steaming along. It's going to be Kurt Busch.
Whoa, he looked, but he couldn't do it.
Oh!
You got it, baby.
White flag waving. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
There goes Joey Logano. He said, it's time to go, and I got my
Here
teammate.
comes Blaney pushing him. Can they do it?
Oh, he's going to get side by side with Boyer.
That's the fast way around.
Man, he cleared him.
He's up in front of him.
Oh,
He made it.
Where
He
did
made
that
it.
come from? Unreal.
Told you that boy, that kid is.
Whoa, Blaney. He knifed it in there to get in behind Hamlin, but here comes Almirola. And Boyer, they hook up.
What a move by Logano.
Oh, Logano did it, man. He had it all planned out, knew exactly what he wanted to do.
Used his teammate perfectly to get that momentum in that run.
He went to Homestead saying it's the big 3 and me became the champion. Joey Logano gets his first dual win.
Mighty fine job there, young man.
Hell yeah.
rather calm, but you ought to be in that thing with it slipping around like that.
I'll give it to him.
Gordon and Bain back at 9th and 10th. White flag. And Jeff Burton.
I guarantee you, Wild Thing in that 18 car, he's not going to be content to run 4th in this race.
This will not be the way they finish.
2 Chevys, 2 Toyotas, 2 Dodges, 2 Toyotas, a Chevy and a Toyota. But on point, Jeff Burton trying for his first Daytona Speed Week's checkered flag. Clint Boyer locked on to him.
I know Michael and Kyle would like to pull out, but they're afraid to.
Too wide behind them with Brian Kozlowski in 5th.
They're going to take a look here, Michael and Kyle. Here they come. They got to run, but they're going to
crash.
Oh, no.
Trevor Bayne is in it along with David Reagan. And Burton will win it over Boyer.
5 1/1000ths of a second. Like the chances of Dale Jarrett right now in that 44 car. White flag, 1 to go.
Nobody close to Jarrett. He will race his way into the Daytona 500. Look at Harvick in the 29 helping Stewart on the outside.
I think this race isn't over yet. Here comes the 24 on the outside.
Chevy, Toyota, Dodge, Toyota. Here comes Stewart up to help the 11.
There's John Andretti in the 34 car. Remember, fresh tires. He drives by David Rudiman in the 00. John's trying to get into the Daytona 500.
And he might just make it, Larry. He has come from nowhere. Look at that thing go.
Right now he's in, but there's still 1 mile to go.
I tell you what, if John Andretti gets in, this will be the feel-good story of qualifying for the 500.
with you here.
Denny Hamlin wins it. Dale Jarrett is in. John Andretti is in.
John Andretti almost beat Dale Jarrett. That shows you right there what 4 fresh tires will do for him.
All right, white flag this time. White flag waves. 1 lap to go. Incredible blocks.
Now we got a race. Big block by Harvick. Missed it. I still think you talk about energy. It's on that outside line. Blaney could be in trouble.
It's definitely lined up that way for sure.
Buscher's going to move down and help him.
Joey Logano's going to have to widen his car and block both lanes.
Here
Bell
comes
looking
Bell.
low.
Great move by Bell. Another block by Blaney, or excuse me, Logano.
Logano right in the middle of the racetrack trying to cover all the spots.
Great move by Christopher Bell.
Ahead, he is clear. Half ahead.
Oh, he went for it.
Here comes Bell.
He's going to need help on that outside. The energy's on the bottom.
Blaney's not leaving that teammate, though.
Nope. He's going to get a little help from Buscher. Here they come to the flag for duel number 1. Logano.
Didn't make that big block. Learned from that lesson, but the energy we were talking about won that race. Got the energy when it needed it. Off of turn 4, won the race.
Horse there. Stop, Joe.
Zane Smith.
Zane Smith has raced his way into the Daytona 500. Jimmy